What we have here is the iconic Gumby headstock of a Wishbass made by Steve Wisniewski in North Carolina. The opinions expressed here in this demonstration and discussion of my Wishbass are mine and mine alone. They do not represent Wishbass or Steve Wisniewski in any way. This is serial number 476, the body style known as the Standard, kind of half violin, half Les Paul. This bass has been through the ringer. It was a big learning experience for me. I made a lot of mistakes messing with it. It's been broken, drilled, and totally screwed up. I'll try and make it brief. When the bass was first, I purchased this bass off of eBay, new. When it first arrived, it had a all parts Gibson humbucker knockoff. An all parts approximation of a Gibson humbucker. Very narrow string spacing for the pickup. An awesome growly aggressive tone. I really liked it, but as the strings were, as the holes were drilled in the string through, the string spacing was too wide for the pickup. One of the four strings just wasn't going to get picked up properly. There was a loss of volume. Now, if I could go back in time, I would simply put a different pickup in there, but I really liked the tone of this pickup. So, first thing I tried was putting on a fixed bridge. That didn't work out so well, and so I thought, well, let's just go ahead and drill new holes for the string through that are properly spaced, which is what I did here. These four that are filled in, you can see the wood putty. Let's see, there it is. There's the wood putty. So I re-drilled four new holes, and it worked. The string spacing was now appropriate to the pickup, and it sounded great. But what I came to realize was that I didn't like the narrow string spacing. I didn't enjoy playing it. It was too narrow for me. So this bass went through a lot of changes. I went from the narrower string spacing back to the original string spacing, filled in the narrower holes. I went from the Gibson knockoff with one volume knob and a rear control cavity. I put in an EMG 35 DC pickup, active pickup, with a 3-band EMG electronics, volume, sweepable mid, bass and treble. And I put the jack in the front. There was it was all Spaulted Holly on front here, and I put the input jack in the front. The first time I played it after I did that, I stepped on the cable and broke the jack out of the front of the wood. So I had to put a Wishbass teardrop over the break to give me some stability for the input jack. When I first went from the single volume to electronics, I needed to route a bigger cavity here. I didn't know about templates. I did the routing freehand, so if you look closely, it's kind of funky. It's all freehand routing. Good for freehand, but funky for a bass. Also did freehand routing on the pickup here to widen and redo the pickup. This is messy, doesn't look good. I've since added a veneer to the aluminum cover, and then I took a piece of veneer to cover up the four old holes that I had drilled here. So this bass has gone through the ringer, as I said. I also refinished this bass, sanded, and I had a luthier level the fretboard for me. The result now, in spite of all this funky accoutrements and extra holes and crappy routing, is that the bass plays and sounds phenomenal. It's quite still an aggressive sound with the EMG preamp and EQs in there. It is a 4-string fretless, Spaulted Holly front and back, neck through, like all Wishbasses, with, I believe, maple and Purple Heart and maple stringers. Corian floating bridge, which has been filed down somewhat for action, and also has been angled here to get the proper intonation. Corian nut, and I believe he calls this fretboard wood IP or green heart. I'm not sure. It's what they make decks out of, I'm told. The only other thing I've done besides having the fretboard leveled by a luthier, which helped a lot, and by doing the refinish myself, as far as sanding, smoothing, and doing a hand-rubbed tongue oil and polyurethane blend, is that I have installed the Fret Effects LED lights. These help finding the frets for my intonation and playing it fretless. And while some wish bases have a funky location of their markers, this particular one was right on. The fret effects match the Wishnevsky markers, but I just like having the lights. They help me a lot in my playing. So without further ado, I will demonstrate the sound of Wishbass Standard number 476.